Well, hello and welcome to the next Daily Dominion. We have three set Thursday or two set. Let's see, I didn't check before, I'm sorry. I think it's just dual set, so intrigue and plunder is what I'm seeing. And yeah, this kingdom should be a lot more interesting, or at least not as swinging as yesterday's kingdom with the Swindler in it. So yeah, it does, however, have Shaman, which also tends to lead to quite swingy games where if you get behind in trashing, it can be a bit tough. But yeah, it should be quite, there should be quite a lot of stuff to do here. As always, I will start by explaining the kingdom cards. If you're not interested in that, feel free to skip. And we have Grotto. Plus one action, set aside up to 4 cards from your hand face down on the grotto. At the start of your next turn, discard them, then draw as many. So essentially, this is a next turn Cellar for 2, so a Cellar variant, but usually it's a bit stronger, or actually much stronger than Cellar itself, because it can enable really large hand sizes on the next turns if you want to, which is great if you want to collide things. And yeah, it's just a very pleasant card, usually. Shaman, plus one action, plus one coin. You may trash a card from your hand, so mediocre trasher itself. But also, in games using this at the start of your turn, gain a card from the trash costing up to 6. So, whenever there are cards in the trash at the start of your turn, you need to gain one of those, and this means that Shaman is essentially, especially in the early game, is just an attack where you trash a card from your hand and put it in your opponent's deck. So it can become really hard to thin down with Shaman unless you somehow get to trash multiple cards per turn, or if there are other tricks with which you can use, like what comes to mind is enlarge from plunder, or also a really nice inset synergy is Cabin Boy, which we have here as well. Because Cabin Boy says at plus one card and plus one action, at the start of your next turn, choose one plus 2 coins, or trash this to gain a duration card. So since you have the ability to trash it at the start of your own turn, you can time the effect. So you trash the Cabin Boy first, then gain the nice other duration card, which can be even another Cabin Boy or whatever. And only then you go for the Shaman and or Shaman effect, and then you regain the Cabin Boy you just trashed from the trash, and you don't have to gain any of the other crud that might be in there. So that's a really strong synergy, and yeah, we will go for Cabin Boy, hopefully. We then have Masquerade plus 2 cards. Each player with any cards in hand passes one to the next such player to the left at once. Then you may trash a card from your hand. I don't know. Very okay. Um, okay to strongish trasher, especially in money decks. And yeah, secluded shrine plus 1 coin. The next time you gain a treasure, trash up to 2 cards from your hand. Is the secluded shrine does not like shaman games in general, because if your opponent trashes a copper and there are only coppers in the trash, you gain a copper at the start of your turn, activating the secluded shrine whether you want it or not. This can be nice sometimes, but usually it's a bit too annoying as a trasher. Shaman is usually better, I think, especially since it's non-terminal. Shantytown, we had this yesterday, plus 2 actions, reveal your hand if you have no action cards in hand, plus 2 cards. It's a village, but not a great one at that. We have Conspirator, plus 2 coins. If you've played 3 or more actions this turn, counting this, plus 1 card and plus 1 action. And yeah, this is nice payload if you can somehow guarantee to play the action cards first. Landing Party, plus 2 cards, plus 2 actions. The next time the first card you play on a turn is a treasure, you put this onto your deck afterwards. So Landing Parties stay in play unless you somehow only play treasures during your turn, which makes them sometimes really good in kingdoms where there are synergies, but sometimes also, well, they are a one-off horse lost city type variant that you sometimes can retrieve, but it's pretty costly to not play action cards usually in any kind of kingdom. Longship, +2 actions at the start of your next turn, +2 cards. And Longship is this turn a Necropolis, next turn a Wharf incoming, I don't know, +2 cards. It's, yeah, it's +1 card in total, and therefore, I don't know, it's nice-ish draw, but you can only draw using it every other turn. So yeah, with Cabin Boy being able to gain a few of those, might be pretty nice. Mining Road, +1 action, +1 buy, +2 coins. Once this turn, when you gain a treasure, you may play it. And Mining Road is also the only plus buy on this board, but it is nice plus buy, and yeah, I don't know, it's very simple. And we will want to get a few of those in our deck. Then we have two very, very powerful events, two of the strongest events in the game, in my opinion. First off, we have Journey, which costs 4 and tells you you don't discard cards from play and clean up this turn. Take an extra turn after this one, but not a third turn in a row. And Journey, yeah, lets you essentially play 2 turns, especially in junky decks. It does, however, mean that on both of the turns you will get the passive card from Shaman, but sometimes that might be nice with Cabin Boy even. And it means that all of the duration cards that are incoming will stay in play, not get discarded. So you will somewhat need to account for that because, yeah, I don't know, you need to keep them going. All right, then we have Deliver. Deliver gets your buyback when buying it, so you just have to 2 coins. And Deliver is saying this turn, each time you gain a card, set it aside and put it into your hand at the end of turn. And that's also super strong effect, especially in the absence of any discard attacks, because you can set up your next turn pretty nicely. And yeah, this also Deliver also makes openings very interesting, as you sometimes can seed your turn 2 hand with a very powerful card, such as Shaman. We unfortunately won't be able to do this because we have the 2-5, which is the worst opening here by a long, well, not a long stretch, but it's the worst one of the worst openings for sure. And yeah, so let's analyze the kingdom, and let me show you the kingdom plot. There's a bunch of thinning in Shaman and Masquerade, but that's also necessary because the Shaman will keep putting more cards into your deck. There is draw in Longship and Landing Party. There is the stuff to gain with Mining Road, with what else is there? With Cabin Boy, with this weird synergy with Shaman. You can gain duration cards, which are pretty abundant here. And yeah, you might wonder why I put this attack bar to 1 there. And that's because I count Masquerade as sort of an attack. It can be super annoying to play against um, if you have to pass some of your good cards sometimes. But yeah, that's the kingdom. And we do want to go for an engine here. I think you can build quite big, especially with Conspirator as payload. Mining Road might be a bit awkward to put in as the only plus buy. But yeah, with Cabin Boy being able to gain you extra components for the engine, and yeah, Grotto and Longship being there for reliability, Journey to smooth things out a bit. Yeah, you might be in a good place. So yeah, opening wise, I actually thought about the openings in this kingdom a bit and tried to visualize them. And so this is a novelty. Let's see whether you like this or not. I don't know. But essentially, I thought about each of the different openings and um, I thought to put them into this nice chart. I think the best opening here is the 4-3 for sure, because you can just deliver a shaman to your turn 2 hand, and then you will trash an estate, junk the AI turn 2, which is super strong, and also um will get to do the same trick again, shaman deliver on turn 2. And this means that by turn 3, you will have gotten rid of 2 cards already, put an estate into AI's second shuffle, and yeah, that really snowballs ahead. The 5-2 is almost the same. You can also deliver Shaman. I think I would go for this rather than deliver Masquerade. Both are viable, I think. And then if you deliver a Masquerade, you can play the Masquerade, pass and trash an estate on turn 2, and then buy Cabin Boy, or yeah, I think that's the best course of action there. Or you can also deliver another Shaman, or you can just buy a Grotto. It depends on, yeah, your draws. Then the 3-4 is worse than the 4-3 by a long stretch, because you cannot get that Shaman in your second hand. But in principle, you can open Masquerade and then deliver Shaman turn 2, or you can just journey on turn 2 and go for the risky play. Like you have a 2 out of 7 chance then that you will miss the Masquerade, and if you do, you're in a really bad place. But if you don't, you will clean your shuffle and play the Masquerade and already disturb AI's deck on turn 2. And yeah, we have the worst opening. Maybe it's not an F, but an E. It's still a strong opening, but compared to the others, it's much worse. We have the 2-5, and Shaman is the way to go on the 2, I think. Grotto is also nice to smooth things out, but you really want to get trashing in Shaman Kingdoms. And then the turn 2, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. There are two considerations. One is just deliver a Shaman, or deliver a Masquerade. That runs into the problem of being likely to draw something dead. And also, if you find both of them on turn 3, then it's not super great, because that means that you will trash 2 cards and then for sure gain one of those back on turn 4. And yeah, one other consideration that I'm thinking about is going Shaman and then just play all 5 coppers on the turn 2 to journey, and then hope to find the Shaman. There's 1 out of 6 chance that you won't do that, and then I think you're really in a bad position. But that's essentially a double Shaman open then with the Shaman top decked. I think that's still okay, but in comparison to the other opens, it's just much worse. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this preparation. I'm not sure how this will play out. I'm not happy about this 2-5 for sure, but yeah, let's try to still win this. AI does have the 4-2 and goes for Cabin Boy, which is strong, and probably will pair it with a Masquerade. Do we go for the 1 in 6 chance that our Shaman misses? I think we do. Like, we could also play 4 coppers, but playing 5 coppers is a bit safer. Let's see. Yeah, we do find the Shaman, and we do get to put 1 estate into AI's deck. And here I think we want to seed in another Shaman into the shuffle. We get to trash here. Again, junking the AI. And now we could go for Journey, but then we would just regain the copper. So I think I prefer going for Cabin Boy. Now here we get to, again, trash an estate. We also got one from the AI. So at this point, what do we want to go for? This could be a masquerade. This could also be... Actually, I'm not too low on Shantytown at this point because we only have non-terminal, like we have Shaman and we will have Cabin Boy, but we can get rid of those from our hand, so we will be able to play the Shantytown to draw cards. So yeah, actually let's go for Shantytown. I think I do like that. We can trash an estate, draw here, and with 5, um, actually, we could go for Journey because we did put the Cabin Boy in play. So, so we won't have to regain the copper we just trashed, or the estate we just trashed. Then there's a question, if we go for Journey, we only want to play 3 of the coppers, because we will draw 5 cards next turn, we will be able to trash the last estate. Or are there 2 in there by now because AI gave us 1? I'm not sure. Slightly bad that we won't be able to put the Cabin Boy into play again, but at least we'll gain a duration card already. And yeah, I think I like that play. So let's go for Journey. And first trash the Cabin Boy to gain another duration card. This should be either Longship or Cabin Boy. I think Cabin Boy itself is a bit safer. Like having 2 of them in our deck early on is better. And now here we can deliver a Grotto probably. A Conspirator is not there yet. We have too many coppers and it might collide with the Shantytown in an unfortunate way. That's probably why Shantytown isn't all too great, but it's certainly much better here than it was yesterday. Yeah, I think I like delivering a Grotto or a Shaman. We definitely want to hit 5 on next turn, or next 2 turns. Let's see, AI does the Cabin Boy trick, gives us an estate again, and we do get to play this Cabin Boy and set aside... How many cards do we want to set aside? I think we are going to Journey here, in which case... Um, yeah, let's try to draw 2 cards and actually leave... Do we leave the estate here? If we draw 2 cards, then we have 1. No, we are guaranteed to hit 4, right? Am I? No, we are not. I'm completely stupid. So let's I set aside the estate, draw here, play this other Cabin Boy. It's not all too bad, but yeah, we do have to play this Shaman for nothing, but we will hit a number and we will be able to trash this estate. So I think everything is worth it. And here we can first gain a duration, which should be a Longship, I think, to set up the next turn. And then this one for +2 coins. Then regain it and now draw the cards. And I was really hoping to at least find the um, find either the Cabin Boy or the Longship, but apparently we're not allowed to do that. We were, I mean, there was a risk of not being able to, but yeah, this is a good point, I think, to put in a mining road. Now here, we do want to play this Cabin Boy, and yeah, let's just Journey once again. It's a bit unfortunate that there are only +buy in this hand, but yeah, we do really want to get going. And we do draw 2 cards here in any case, can gain another Longship. And now we can Play this cabin boy, trash one more copper. Maybe set aside, so there's... Wait, what's in there? There's one estate that we gained at the start of our next turn. There's a cabin boy and a longship. And what else? I'm a bit confused. I'm still a bit tired. I didn't have that much sleep last night. Um, I what did we put in there? Okay, it's of course the copper that we the estate that we didn't play last turn. That's a bit unfortunate. So we do have a risk of not finding what we want to find. Mm, yeah, I think I like setting aside just one card. Hmm. Yeah, this grotto is not the greatest grotto ever. Um, but if we do get to put a cabin boy in play and the longship in play, and here we can buy a silver. I think that's the correct call at this point. Could also be a masquerade for some more draw. Masquerade doesn't bode well with Shantytown, but does bode well with longships. Mm, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy that we did get the longship and the cabin boy in play. So sorry for the lock not scrolling. And AI does go for deliver conspirator and journey. And yeah, AI is also moving along fairly nicely. Let's trash this again. Gain another duration and play this for +2. Now we can draw one more card here. Regain this, trash the estate, put the longship in play, and here, what do we have down there? Yeah, I think it's again unfortunate that we didn't get the cabin boy in play, but that's on me for not doing proper counting. I think we do want to put in another plus buy, and then soon we should stop journeying and just start to play, um, start to, yeah, play more of our deck each turn. But now, for now, I think we're in an okay spot. So for next turn, we could also think about delivering copper just to be able to pass something to AI's Masquerade, but maybe we just want to put in one more I think delivering a Masquerade is good here. I would have loved to deliver a Conspirator, but just get in a bit more draw, even though it might bite us with the Shantytown, feels correct here. I also goes for the Masquerade play. We can gain another Longship and play this Cabin Boy. Yeah, well, we have the Shantytown here, which is not super great. Well, I think we can actually set aside this Masquerade and just draw on using the Shantytown. We're not going to need the extra action from, and we don't really need the trashing, so I think I like this. Let's at least hit Conspirator here. And do we journey is the question. If we journey, we will gain one more card. We will be able to draw a bit. Yeah, I think journeying is correct here. We will hit 4 as well. And yeah, I think that's the correct call. So let's first trash this to gain yet another longship. Then regain the cabin boy from the trash. Then draw using the longship because the Grotto discards cards. And in this way, we guarantee that we will draw. Now we have 3 longships that we can put in play. We can play this mining road. I don't think we want to play this masquerade just because um, playing it would give AI the opportunity to pass us a card that is worse than copper. Although, I mean, in principle, we could go for it, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. What we need right now is payload, so I think we're just going for Conspirator Silver. Okay, no, actually, can do it the other way around to deliver the Conspirator. Nice. I forgot about the mining road. And now we'll draw 6 cards at the start of our turn. We will be able to pass this copper, which is nice. And AI probably starts to... No, AI does keep building. I think the problem about AI's deck, but also maybe that's good on it, is that it does have a bunch of coppers. But yeah, apparently it does some good stuff there. Here we can gain 1 more longship. And again, I forgot that I maybe shouldn't have put both cabin boys in play, or at least gotten 1 more cabin boy, because this means that we'll probably not get back to them. We do get to play this masquerade here. Oh no, we will get back to them. Nice. Do we trash this? No, we don't trash, I think. We don't trash here either, and we can set aside 4 cards. Or do we even need to do that? We'll put 3 longships in play once again, and we'll probably deliver a few conspirators. So let's count our money. If we deliver the conspirators, we want 2. We have 4 there, so 13. If we have 14, that's perfect, because then we can deliver 3 conspirators, which is 14. Yeah, perfect. Just want to make sure. Play the cabin boy and the longship, and yeah, go for the big time payload next turn. We will need to pass a good card here, unfortunately. I mean, good card. We will pass the Shaman for AI's Masquerade, but I think that's okay. It's of course not great. I've seen better passes, but yeah. And next turn we should be up to maybe triple province, maybe double province conspirator or something like that. I'm not sure about the money situation. We had 14 last turn, we added 6. So yeah, we won't be able to go for the triple province yet, but we're on a good way, on a good path. Okay, I goes for a few deliveries. That's very peculiar. It just wasted 4 money there. That's really stupid. I don't know why. We can trash this cabin boy to gain another duration. Do we want to gain? I think at this point, maybe another cabin boy. And regain it from the trash. And we easily draw a deck here. And get to annoy AI with a masquerade play, right? Yeah, let's just see what AI will pass to us. Just in the copper back. And yeah, let's leave 1 of the cabin boys out of play. We hit 21 here. So yeah, I think we do want to deliver and go for mining road, province, and cabin and conspirator. Do we want to play this other cabin boy? No, I don't think so. Yeah, maybe yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do want to play it. I'm sorry, for going back here. I think it's okay to play it, to have a bit more money even next turn, especially since we are delivering the mining road. And yeah, we can also do the bot thing and multi-deliver. Now here, unfortunately, we will have to part with our grotto, but oh well. It's not that we don't have any coppers in our deck, it's just that they refuse to show up at this point. But that's the joy of Masquerade playing. I'm actually we won't have to pass it. Why? Um yeah, apparently I didn't find s- so here let's just gain a landing party for some extra draw maybe on the next turn. And that goes for coins. And here we can draw 5 cards with those conspirators, and our shantytown is going to draw again. We can play this shaman. Now the masquerade probably. Pass this copper. Decline. And what number do we hit here? We have 21 plus 4 is 25. Let's just say let's hit 26 to just quadruple province. What's the last card here? Uh, I have no idea. Do we have one more conspirator? Um, actually, no. Let's just set aside one and put another grotto in our next hand, also as masquerade protection. Yeah, unfortunately, we do draw this landing party here. Do we want to keep it in our deck and next turn gain a bad card? Or do we want to just play it and put the cabin boy in play? I think we don't want to play it. So at 29, the last card was just copper. So we double province and maybe let's actually go for some draw next turn, just to make sure that we will be able to triple province again, because this turn we had 4 money incoming from the cabin boys, which we won't have incoming next turn. And yeah, this is another conspirator or a duchy. Not really sure. Can I one more deliver? Really important. And yeah, yeah. In hindsight, of course, with knowing that the last card has been a copper, we could have set aside 2 cards with the grotto there. But yeah, my mental capacity today is not on point. I don't know. We do get to pass a copper here, and we do get past the masquerade, which is super nice. It will very likely help us draw as well. And now we can, yeah, maybe gain an estate. At this point, it doesn't matter that much. Well, we do need to be careful that we draw next turn, but still, we do draw this turn for sure, especially since we had this nice gift from the AI with the masquerade. We could trash a copper here. Do we want to trash a copper here? No, I don't think so. Play those cabin boys and pass the AI one more copper, or do we even need to? We don't. Now here a grotto would have been really nice, but last turn didn't go for that because I wanted to ensure that we had the payload. Maybe I overdid that. Um, but yeah, also we do draw deck. everything's fine. And our actions, we have 26, which is exactly enough to triple province while setting all provinces aside. And next turn we just need to hit province. And yeah, this hand might look scary, but we do have a lot of draw incoming. We will not draw a deck, I don't think, this turn, just uh, because of, well, we don't have the Grotto incoming. We have a lot more green cards. Could do the cabin boy trick one last time. But yeah, let's just go for maximum money and gain an estate here. And now we do get to masquerade, and there goes our turn. Let's see what we get past. Another copper. We only get 1 plus buy, but we do get to set up the next turn pretty nicely. So yeah, it would have been enough for double province. This way it's just province duchy. I mean, of course, we could have gone for the journey there and played on to maximize our points, but yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that 14 turns is quite slow here. I think with a better opening, since we had a 2-5, we needed to go for the risk, and I think with the 4-3, you can go in 13, 12, maybe 11 turns here, and just because there's so much flexibility with journey and deliver to smooth out your early turns. Yeah, but this was a really interesting and fun kingdom. I liked it. And I hope you liked it as well. And I also hope you liked the opening discussion, the extended one this time. Yeah, and with that, I will try to catch you next time and say goodbye.